Welcome! We're your host, Viv.
And Sal,
Grab your go-go juice.
because you know
You can handle this. Hey. Today we're going to talk about life in your 30s.
30s.
Oh,
The dirty 30s.
the dirty 30s. And honestly, I'm closer to the tail end of 30 than you are. I mean, by a smidge.
You're not that close.
I am way too close to 40 for comfort.
Yeah, but
I'm
man,
just
40s is the new 20s.
It don't feel like it.
That's what they say. I don't know. You got to get there first.
Tell that to my aching joints. So we're going to talk about our life in the 30s.
Let's talk about theory here.
And-
all right. Let's talk about theory first.
Theory.
Yeah, I have a theory.
Oh, you
so,
have-
so
okay.
I believe my theory is that so you're a kid, whatever. You get into your teenage years, you're obnoxious, pain in the ass, whatever.
We all know about that.
And then you get into your 20s and you make a lot of mistakes. Like a lot of mistakes.
Oh my gosh, so many.
So many
Ugh.
over and over and over again, right?
Yes.
And I feel like you make all your mistakes in your 30s or
20s.
20s. Yeah,
Yeah.
you make all your mistakes in your 20s and you are fixing said mistakes in your 30s.
Oh, yeah. So
Right?
then by the time we get to 40, we can actually like start enjoying life.
I think that's the idea, maybe the premise here. But in your 30s, I think you're just fixing everything. You're catching the flow of being an adult, and it's not easy, and
Right.
it's hard, and it can wear you down.
Yeah.
You know, that whole saying of I don't feel like adulting today.
Oh, it's so real.
That's real.
It's so real. And I feel like in your 30s, you feel like you're almost like in this in-between stage of like not being a real adult, but still wanting to be like the fun kid or fun age. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like you still want to have fun like you're in your 20s, but like you're trying to get to the adult life
Sure.
in your
Yes.
40s.
Yeah.
So it's like you're in
Yeah.
that weird tween.
Yeah, but I mean, crap. When I'm in my 60s, I want to be that like, woo.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I know.
I'm
We're going to be
down.
there together.
Yeah, I'm
It's going to
down.
be great.
It's gonna be amazing.
Well, apparently, like my husband's planning on not like being alive past 65. So, which is so absurd to me.
It blows my mind. It blows my
Yes.
mind.
I mean,
don't,
like, and my husband is not like in bad health by any means at all whatsoever. He's like, he's healthy, he's active-ish. I mean, of course, he says that he wants to, be more fit and things, but he has no major health concerns whatsoever. For him to even think that he wouldn't be here past 65. He just thinks life ends. Like,
I'm 65.
I'm
Put me
too
6
old
foot
to
under.
Yeah, right. It's insane to me.
Yeah, that blows my mind too. I don't really understand
The concept
the
of
concept of that
Yeah,
because
but-
I'm like, I don't want to, hold on.
Tell me.
We're supposed to be talking about life in our 30s and
I
we're
was
like,
getting
let's
ready
go
to say-
straight to death.
Yeah. Screw the 40s and 50s.
I think we're, God bless.
All right, let's get back on
America.
topic. Okay, so what makes you feel successful right now? What is your definition of success?
My teenager is in a juvie. No, I think that a lot of my pride comes from work. A lot of my pride comes from work. I will tell anybody who asks me, I am not a good stay-at-home mom. I never have been. It's never been my thing. I'm a worker. I like to work. I'm a go-getter. And so to feel successful has a lot to do with my job.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, don't get me wrong. I am thankful that my oldest isn't a juvie. That is a blessing. I will say that. They're good girls. They're
Yeah.
good. Both my girls are good girls. I mean, they're spitfires, but they're good kids.
Well, they come by it honestly.
Yes.
They're spicy like my mama.
They are spicy like their mom. And so I think the other definition of success in your 30s is saying what you mean, meaning what you say.
Mm, true. True. I I think that I define success very differently. Um, because I've seen like the way that my parents have grown successful. My mom stayed at one job for 30 plus years.
10
She
years, yeah.
retired from it, and on the opposite side, my dad, he bounced around from place to place, and just trying to find his happy and trying to find his balance. And I think that I have taken both of those lessons and kind of learned from them that you don't have to stay in one place forever. Um, as far as like work wise goes. But I think that for me, the definition of success has nothing to do with finances or with sore muscles at the end of the day. I mean, I am very much, as you know, same as you, a workhorse. I just like to go, go, go. Um, I'm down to only 3 jobs instead of 4 now. So,
God
whoop,
bless
whoop.
America.
But no, I think success for me is definitely the happiness of my family and of those around me.
Yes, I
I've,
can agree with that. I
yeah,
can agree with that. I mean, that's different,
yeah,
so because my year's been a hell of a year,
yeah.
and a year ago you could cut the tension in my house
Oh,
with a
absolutely.
knife.
With a dull knife at that.
Yeah, dull knife. And to see just the vibe change within
Mm-hmm.
these walls has made a huge difference. And so I think that gives me a surety that,
Assurance?
yeah, like I'm a
Yes. No,
surety,
assurance.
ingenuity. I don't know. All these big words are coming to my head. Anyway, assurance that I made the right decision,
For sure.
that everything
Absolutely.
happens for a reason. And so that in itself is success.
Yes. I think that you are far more successful today, even though you don't feel that
No,
way.
I do not.
Um, you know, what is the professionally? You don't
Yeah.
feel as
No.
successful
Mm-hmm.
professionally,
Yeah.
but I feel like in your household, your children are happy, you are happy, you are your path is changing professionally in a way that you never thought that it would.
Yeah. I don't know what I want to be when I grow up.
Oh, that's okay. I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up until like a couple of years ago. And that was absolutely a God thing for me.
I think let's talk about this because I
Okay.
think this is a big thing, right? Is that society puts this, okay, so you're supposed to get married
Yes.
and you're supposed to have children
Oh,
and
you got
buy
to buy
that.
a house
You got to
before you
buy the
have
house. Okay,
children.
so hold up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you get
Yeah.
married and then you buy the house and then you
Mm-hmm.
have the baby.
Mm-hmm.
And you're supposed to, get up and go to your 9 to 5, and
Yep.
you're supposed to do all the things with the kids, and they're all, in all the sports and dance classes and whatever.
Right.
And my life did not go that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I was 20 when I got married the first time. I was 21 by the time I had my oldest daughter.
Yep.
And that divorce came through. I was 23, 24.
Yeah.
Got remarried at 26. And then here I am again 10 years later and,
Yeah.
going through it again. And so I haven't been your in the box typical.
Right.
And I think that sometimes that's hard for me.
Well, I
I
mean,
but we live in a judgmental world.
exactly. Exactly. That's the society thing. And mine was a bit different. I mean, like mine is obviously different than yours. My husband and I met on a blind date essentially. We dated for not even a year.
Were blindfolds included?
No. No. That came later. No, I don't like that. That freaks me out.
I like to see.
Yes, I like to see. I want to know what's going on. No, I mean like we met and he went into the military and I stuck around through boot camp, A school and a deployment and he was like, "All right, well if this chick can hang with me for this, then she's the one, and I went along with it.
But what a blessing.
Well, yeah, but I think back then, I say back then, but like it was so long ago, but I feel like it was a long time ago. We didn't have the luxury of being able to talk the whole time. We didn't have all the technology things that they have now, where in the military you can FaceTime your spouse the entire deployment, and it's fine. For most branches, I don't know really how it goes so much, but I know back then my husband spent thousands of dollars to be able to call from the ship phone home to be able to talk to me for 10 minutes before the next person in line was itching to talk to their spouse, or whatever, significant other. And so there was a lot of like trust and love that went along with that communication. He got home, we got engaged and married within a couple of months, and then married again because we had to get married to pay for our marriage. That's the whole thing. It's a military
I
thing.
had to get married to get married.
Yeah. It's expensive getting married.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, you've done it
Yeah, I've done it
twice.
twice.
But we got married, we had a baby, we were, you know, in and out of an apartment and living with my mom, and he had another deployment, and it was not your cookie cutter situation. We have struggled a lot. And I think we're just now at 16 years going in, getting used to each other.
Yeah,
and
that makes
how,
sense.
and how we work.
But here's the other thing, right? Is that I think of course, it's a little off topic too, but like the ultimate goal is that you don't want to be content in your marriage because you always want to be learning something new
oh, absolutely.
about your spouse.
We're constantly learning new things about
Yes.
each other,
I love that.
And I think the big thing is just not only learning about each other, but using your new knowledge, to be successful in your marriage, which is completely another topic that we're going to talk about
Yeah.
at another time. But
I think that I guess thought process here is, because by the way, everything on the podcast is off the cuff. There's no script.
Oh, absolutely not.
Is self-love.
Yeah, that cup that we have that we talk about all the
Yep.
time.
Yep.
The infamous saying of you can't pour from an empty cup.
No, you can't.
And I feel like sometimes
I feel like I have been successful
in your cup, in filling your
filling
cup.
my cup. Yes,
It's good.
in filling my cup.
I think
yes.
it's taken me a very long time. And I think that you and I meeting each other has taught me specifically how to fill my cup.
Yes,
Because we've talked a lot about, what are your hobbies? What do you like to do? And we had this very hard
I
conversation.
like to lounge around
with joy.
with joy.
I think that when you become a mom and when you start
Life
working,
ends. A lot of people think life ends. You become a mom and
Yes.
your life is over.
And
No,
that's it.
you are an
Right.
Hold on, ladies. If you're listening, listen real close, okay? Just because you have a baby doesn't mean that your inner self does not exist.
Yes, preach it.
You
Or-
are still an individual person.
Or just because you get married doesn't mean that you are not
Yes.
an individual.
Nobody likes being put in a box.
No.
Don't put baby in a corner.
Yes, do not do that. That is rude, first of all. Second of all, you can still have your own life within a marriage.
Yeah, I don't think I know what that feels like.
That makes me sad for you.
Yeah, I really don't. I really don't think I know what that looks like.
Well, I think that like success for anybody in any situation is being able to be independent.
I believe this is on another topic too. However, we're going to shove this out there real quick. Is that I believe
Teaser.
Yeah, teaser is that within a marriage, your spouse, partner, whatever, should make you want to be a better person.
Absolutely.
Then you would feel success
Yes. On all fronts.
on all fronts.
And just having somebody in your corner in whatever, even if you're not married, let's go there. Even if you're not married, having a friend or a coworker or a sibling or whatever, like just someone, like you said, that wants that makes you want to be a better person. And on a religious topic, like for me, I'm a Christian and that makes me want to be better. You know,
Absolutely.
just holding yourself at a higher standard, at a higher, holding yourself accountable. Probably shouldn't do that because Jesus is watching,
Yeah, but you're definitely paying more attention to that in your 30s than you were in your 20s.
Oh, absolutely.
There's so many new things in your
Yes.
30s. Number
Yeah.
one, can we discuss what happens to your body in your 30s?
Arthritis.
Arthritis has set in. Okay. I'm packing Arthur around with me on the daily.
Yes. Yes.
I didn't know that it happened so young.
I didn't realize it either, but it's very frustrating.
It's cold outside
My joints hurt.
and my joints hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a
Yeah.
shocker. I really wasn't expecting that.
You weren't ready.
No.
She
I mean, you take the
wasn't
kids to the
ready.
trampoline park and you're jumping around and you're thinking, oh, yeah, I'm great. Like, whatever. And then
Until
guess
you
what?
pee yourself.
Yes, that happens. That happens to some
people.
Some people. Some people do. Some moms.
Some people being me, not so much you.
No, I was like, can you jump higher? You're like, no.
No, sure can't.
But you definitely pay for it the next couple of days. Your 30s
yeah.
are hard.
Yes.
They're hard. They suck.
Yeah, they do. They do.
But I think that there's also a joy in them too, because you are able to use your wisdom that you've gained through your experiences through your 20s. And if a situation arises, you're able to look at it and say, man,
I would have handled this so much differently.
And do handle it differently.
Right. Yes.
And do handle it differently.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hate on my 30s.
Oh, I'm not hating on my 30s.
But they do
I
suck.
Feel like they do suck, but I think that in your 30s you start to have a backbone. And you start to really,
yes.
You're not so worried about being a people pleaser. You're more worried about, I don't want to be walked over anymore.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm tired of being, stepped on and used and abused.
Yeah.
And if you're not going to fill my cup, then get off my counter.
But I mean, you have to make sure that your hand ain't over that cup either.
True that.
Because I am also bad about placing my hand over said cup.
Yes. You have to allow people to fill.
You have to allow. You have to be open.
Well, I think that a big thing is that you not only, other people can fill your cup, but you have to be the one to fill your cup the most. You know what I mean? You can't rely on anybody else.
Correct.
For your happiness.
It's a drip system.
It's a drip system.
It's a drip. It is. It's a drip system, and you have your kids and your family and your friends, and they should all drip into it. But the main source of happiness, if you were to empty your cup, was the first thing that you're going to put in there.
For me, specifically,
yeah, sure.
I would put my faith in my cup.
Okay, but self.
Well,
right? God, self.
Yeah. God
right?
first.
God first, and then self.
Yes. Yes.
But I mean, across,
But yes.
Self, and then you are the prime source. And then everybody else dribbles in.
Right.
Dribbles in.
Right.
But you have to be first.
Yeah. You have to make yourself a priority.
It's a choice.
And sometimes that's super hard because sometimes it can be perceived as being selfish. Yes.
Oh, I have fought that.
Yeah.
I have fought that.
Oh, and I feel like that's a mom thing as well.
Oh, absolutely.
That's a huge mom. The mom guilt is strong in your 30s.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
What's funny is that I never saw myself as a mom. No.
I always saw myself as a mom.
I did not. No.
Yeah.
No.
You were
I did not see myself as a mother. Not at all. But I love being a mom.
You're a great mom.
I appreciate that. I
You
think you're a
really
wonderful
are.
mom.
I mean, with everything that you have been through, you are a phenomenal mom.
Yeah, it's not been easy. It's definitely a tough road to hoe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Road to
Road to hoe? Road to hoe. I don't even know what that is, you guys. Look, we need more coffee.
We do need more coffee.
Till next time.
Till next time.
We super appreciate you guys taking the time to listen.
We hope that you have a blessed week.
And we can't wait for you to tune in. Is it tune in?
It's tune in.
Next time on
You Can't Handle This.